Hey Bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we're making this gorgeous conditioning Earl Grey body butter. This body butter is really neat. It sinks into the skin beautifully. It's got wonderful silky slip, like right off the get-go too. You're getting this gorgeous silky feel on the skin. It's potent, so you don't need much, and it smells awesome, like Earl Grey tea. This body butter is conditioning because I've included some BTMS 50, which is a cationic emulsifying wax. And so we get a couple awesome things going on because of that. Thing number one is obviously the cationic goodness, that beautiful conditioned feel. It's absolutely lovely, and you can't use a non-cationic emulsifying wax and get this effect at all. So please don't make that substitution. And then because it's an emulsifying wax, it means that if you apply this body butter to damp skin, it will self-emulsify with the water that's left on your skin from, say, your shower or your bath, and it turns into lotion on your skin, like a very rich lotion. And that is also gorgeous. So beautiful addition. There are two different butters in this body butter recipe, mango butter and cupuacu butter. So mango butter is a huge part of why this body butter isn't greasy. And that's because mango butter is a dry touch butter. So if you're used to working with shea butter, you're going to be amazed at how light and non-greasy mango butter is. It's wonderful. And then cupuacu butter has a beautiful sort of silicone finish to it that's just absolutely stunning. And it's a wonderful, like, moisturizing, skin softening ingredient as well. Our essential oil blend is obviously designed to channel an Earl Grey tea or Earl Grey latte. And so for the tea note, we're using palmarosa essential oil, which smells quite a lot like black tea and is sweet and really nice. And we've got bergamot, which is of course that classic Earl Grey citrus note. And then to round it off, we have some sweet, warm, vanilla-like benzoin. It's a really lovely blend. At the end, we're doing something a little fancy. We're using a little bit of brown mica and a toothpick to do some fun sort of swirly designs on the top, kind of reminiscent of a design that a barista might do in your latte if you ordered one from a posh cafe. So this part's optional, but I thought it was pretty and also pretty fun. But yeah, let's go make this gorgeous body butter. We'll begin by combining our heated phase ingredients in a heat-resistant glass measuring cup. So you're going to need 4 grams of BTMS, and you can use BTMS 50 or BTMS 25. 50 has twice as much conditioning power, but either will work. 1.8 grams of cetyl alcohol, 6 grams of cupuacu butter, and this is refined, so it doesn't have sort of the yogurt chocolate smell that the unrefined version has. We have 16 grams of mango butter and 12 grams of apricot kernel oil. Now, usually I would melt something like this in a water bath. However, I found that BTMS really doesn't melt very enthusiastically in a water bath here. So I'm going to need to melt this in the microwave because we need it to be reasonably hot so that we have a good amount of working time so that we can do the fun little swirls on top before it gets too thick. So I'm just going to do this in sort of 7 to 10 second bursts in the microwave until it is completely melted through and transparent. All right, so this has melted, and that did take quite a few 20-second bursts in the microwave, and you can see it's already starting to opacify a bit. So we're going to add our cool down ingredients really quickly. So we need 0.2 of a gram of vitamin E, 0.2 of a gram of benzoin, 0.2 of a gram of bergapatene-free bergamot, and 0.3 of a gram of palmarosa. We're going to give that a quick stir here, and then we're going to pour most of it into our container. So this is a 50-gram container from Humblebee. So most of it. And then we're going to add this brown mica that I've sort of pre-distributed in a bit of oil. The first time I did this, I didn't pre-distribute it, and then I had to spend a bunch of time stirring, and so it cooled on me more. So now that we've got that, we can just drizzle that in. And then grab a toothpick, and you can do some kind of fun designs on the top there. And now just leave it to set up, and obviously don't move it because it's still really liquidy and you'll ruin your designs if you do. So now it's all set up. I left it just sitting here on the counter for probably about 20 minutes, and after that period of time it had gained sort of enough viscosity that I could quite carefully move it to the fridge to let it fully set up. So it's still quite chilly, so I thought we would inspect the one that I made for the blog post, since this one has been sitting at room temperature for a couple of days. So you can see that it's firm, but it does have, it has some give to it, which is obviously good for scooping it out. And then it does start to melt quite readily on contact with the skin. It spreads really, really beautifully. And then, as you can see, it sinks in really nicely, leaving a really nice conditioned feel to the skin. So there you go. You just made some beautiful conditioning Earl Grey body butter. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and do remember to check out the associated blog post for the full written recipe and information on substitutions, where to get all the ingredients, and where to get the equipment. See you next time.